Hello, everyone. So I'm very excited to have you here in this lesson. So today we're going to learn some guidelines on creating effective reading um, on the PDP lesson plan. All right. So I'm going to share you some very important steps. So I'm going to share you three main stages of the PDP framework. So in the first one is a pre-stage. In this stage, so teachers set out like the foundation. It can be a warm-up, activating prior knowledge of the students, and introducing a new vocabulary of the text or the article that is going to be shared with the students. And during this stage, so basically it's very important that we need to set up three part: first reading, second and third reading, and then we can use some evaluation how they are doing, how their comprehension is improving, right? And the post stage is basically is the reflection and how these texts they can apply in their own life, in their own situation, right? And of course, so I would like to share some very good resources or materials that we can use some discussion, group work, or another activities that you can do with them, right? And and I would like to share some most element in the PDP framework. So in this one, we can set up a very nice objectives and outcomes. So clearly define what students should achieve, helps guide lesson planning and keeps focus on desired learning outcomes, right? And timely matter or phasing of each stage. It's very important that you need to follow up all the instruction and they can make sure that they are doing as we expect, right? And that one is going to help us to engage with the content and also appropriate materials and resources, right? So we're not going to share some materials that is not much with the text or something like that. So it's not going to make sense with all of them, right? And diversity activities as well. So that one is going to help the student to focus, to have full attention of the reading or the text, right? Yeah, in this one, so we will do some activities like discussion, report, multimedia resources, keep the student motivated. That's it's very important in your grading because sometimes they got bored. And I would like to share some activities that you can do in each stage. So in the previous stage, so we can use jump ice break. So that's a very good I would say topics that we can use in the beginning of the class on the pre-stage. And that way it's gonna help them to engage with your students. Brainstorming section as well, quick service. So it's gonna help to connect your students to their experience and using the materials or resources, right? And during this stage, we can implement some discussion after each reading. So that's when they will be able to share their insights, their new idea, thought, and everything, right? And post the stage, basically we can let them know to reflect on that text, and that's allow students to express what they have learned from the lesson, right? Um, and finally, I would like to share some consideration of activities as well. So, as the previous one, it's very important that you need to have in mind what you're going to do with that. And then we can do some scamming, prediction, or discussion relating to the topics that have been read or the topics that we are going to learn, right? And during a stage that we can include some activities like peer reading, guide questionnaire, or not talking to engage students understanding while reading, right? And post reading reflection activities, so we can suggest some activities like group discussion. So very important that one. So we let them know to participate, we let them know to share their own opinions and creating their visual representation on the text, right? And that's and help them to improve. And also diversity learning or different kind of learning. So that's very important as well, and we can use it because some students they learn by reading, they learn by doing, they learn by seeing, and they learn by touching or something like that. So we need to include the different learning styles that's to ensure inclusion of the learner, right? And that's pretty much for the topic today. I appreciate your time sharing with me today. Have you see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.